100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash. Yeah, they can't catch up because they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs.
Autumn has come to upstate New York, and we find ourselves at New Era Field in Orchard Park. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Buffalo Bills. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go. 30 base.
Mike 49. Lost the pass.
Do. General West.
49. Check 49.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. There he goes, right side. 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Traquan Smith, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Next to score, Saints 7, Bills 0.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken at the 3. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is T.J. Yeldon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Hey, wahoo!
Allen now on first down. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. A gain of 6 there on first.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Quit talking about it and bring it. 36-61, matchbox whites. Go.
2nd and 5. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Hey, Haywood!
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Tre'Davious White, the LSU man, there to knock it away that time. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Play action. Now it's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
Hey, Zoo.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that's knocked away and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. He's going to field this at the 4. And he's out right at the 25. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
Ready up.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. Past the 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 2nd and 9, Allen. That one complete to Yeldon. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Let's make these babies. Pass 85. Pass 85. Let's make these babies crawl all the way back home. Check 3. Check 3. Bravo.
On 3rd down, Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success.
Go! 23 yards, the final tally.
First down, New Orleans.
Set. 18 Gator. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Go. Hey, Jet. Hey, Alpha.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Okay,
here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Yep. Kill. Turn it. 5.
2nd and 9 now. This is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
A gain of 14. And the Saints first down.
This quarterback now already over 150 yards through the air in the opening quarter. It's first and 10.
Check three. Hey, Charlie. Check hot route. Hot. Kill. Check. Hustle. Ready.
On the ground, McCaffrey. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Chopper! Hey, Delta! Hey! Deep rip!
He'll look to throw. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, Team 6. Switch up. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Rock it. Now. Shoot.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 8. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. They've allowed them to disrupt the play.
Hey, echo.
They'll look to throw here. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Yeah, this place has notoriously never been kind to visiting field goal kickers. You get those wins that really whip through the inner bowl, not to mention the urban legends about stadium workers opening and closing the tunnel doors. But for whatever reason, this one winds up off target.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Vigil. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Allen. And he's going to go down again. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Cameron Jordan able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. The 20. That one good for 33 and a first.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's McCaffrey. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
64, weak. Hey, Haywood. No. Hey, Sam off. Check four. Leo. Check. Yo, go now.
Back to throw here. And his throw here's incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
No.
This is Grant. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
The Bills on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. On play action, Allen eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
Fielded at about the 28. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball to make a big play. Yeah. Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
56. Mike's 56.
General West.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
2nd and 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That sack by Tremaine Edmonds.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback, but you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Hey, high 7.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. That's the pass. 47. 47 is the mic. Check. Shift. He goes, go.
From the gun, it's Allen. And that'll be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
We own them.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. Flush to his right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Watch the safety creep.
Look at me. Go. Look. Squeeze.
Crash. Check 24. Say it.
Yep. 5. Shoot.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Undercrunch. Check 9.
Now back to throw. That is caught at the 7. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left.
56 is the mic. 56 is the mic. Second target.
They'll throw now on the final play. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick.
Get ready.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Grant. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check pass, check pass. Rush in, rush in, rush in. Hey, switch gears. Deuce.
On 2nd down now, it's Grant. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7. And good running, going to get this down close to a 1st at the Saints 30.
56.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
At the 38-yard line.
Now. Hey, seam 6.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, they had that one snipped out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They'll set up to throw. Man open, it's Moss, complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3. This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, Echo. Now.
They'll drop the throw. He gets it to Thomas. 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 58 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Completes it to Corey Grant. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
On second down, it's Grant. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Hey, wahoo!
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
8 speed. Hey.
Check.
Smooth.
56 to Mike.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
3. 218. Chop. Hey, lock it. Go. Go.
They're going to look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Go.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Hey, Haywood.
Watch the ship.
Topper.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Ready.
They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Let's go.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. Past the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. John Brown. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are in for 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Ready.
Watch 49. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Joker. check 3.
Greystone, travel.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Hey, orbit.
Check. Lucky.
Shoot.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. It's caught. Smith. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Wide. Get wide. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They'll set up a throw. He's got Smith here. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 42-yard line.
Rock it.
Go. Alert 3.
Look at me. Zipper. 5.
He'll look to throw. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Get him, boy.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Check 50.
Go. Hey. High 7.
Light 50.
2nd and 1. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
61, Matchbox lights.
Come on, QB, come on.
Get it.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time, now they double it and get 10 here.
Go. 30 base.
It's 2nd and inches at the Bills' 18-yard line.
Sponge. No. Out.
There.
McCaffrey. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Plant. 6-6, pull it high.
Watch the run. Check 4. Check nickel. Check.
Hey! Hit it.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. I'm coming.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
You ready? X3, 218, chop.
Check.
Now. Let's go.
Here's a 2nd and 7. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Latavius Murray, his first touchdown on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Allen to throw it. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. He'll let it go deep for... And my goodness, another interception. Duke Dawson picks it, and they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Hey, Alpha. 52.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Throw left side, complete to Moss. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll look to throw here. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. The 40, the 30, 10, 5. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Point after now from Catanzaro. And that'll cut the lead down to 28.
Makes the score Saints 42, Bills 14.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On first down, Grant. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They go back to Grant.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They will run with Grant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop him with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. Allen now on first down. And now here is another interception. Duke Dawson picks it. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Complete. Smith has it. That's good for 28 yards. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Check 24, check 24.
Hey, seam 6. Now.
Looking to throw. They'll let this go for the end zone. And, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Saints, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0, and they will head